he just doesn't like brown people and women. That's all it is. Gay people, brown people, women, they don't like them. They don't like them. That's all it is. You're super pissed off because there's brown people, women, and gay people in movies. And it just hurts you to the core. Okay. Alright, hear me out, guys. I know I said that I want to cover Geeks and Gamers less, but you guys have been surprisingly insistent on me continuing to cover him. Why not today? With so many people recommending we respond to Geeks and Gamers, why not do it today? So here we are. What do you guys think? Which one of these should we watch? I haven't seen Candyman yet, so I don't think that's a good one to watch. You know what? Let's do the Shang-Chi one, okay? Let's see what's up here. As far as this movie goes, I'm fairly excited for it because I like the MCU. It's been a long time since I came into a Marvel movie, from like Disney, like the MCU, and came out of it thinking, wow, what an awful movie. Usually, they're fun. They may not be good, but at least they're always fun. And lately, they've been on a pretty good roll, so yeah, let's watch. Yeah, Loki was really good. Hit me up, Jeremy.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? I have some very exciting and amusing news for you guys today because...
Is that him? Wait, is that... That's not the guy that we're used to. Who the fuck is this? This guy's familiar. I recognize this dude. Who is this? Is he, like, now, like, outsourcing his videos to other YouTubers now? Okay. Yeah, I recognize this dude. We've responded to this dude before. I remember him being phenomenally stupid. Like, unbelievably stupid. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he's got to say.
We just got confirmation that Shang-Chi is going to be the biggest movie ever coming from Marvel Studios. This movie is by far and away the most anticipated movie of all time when it comes to Marvel. Everyone is just dying to go see it. The theaters are flooded right now.
I'm gonna guess he's being sarcastic right now.
Those theaters are going to be just packed to the brim with people on opening weekend. Or at least that is what, you know, I'm sure Marvel wishes would be happening, but instead...
Do you notice how it's always, like, the movies that these people get super mad about and, like, really want to fail are literally just movies that don't have white leads, like white male leads. Do you notice that? The second Black Widow was announced, they started looking for, like, a reason to claim it was going to fail. The second Shang-Chi was announced, they were looking for a reason for it to fail because the main character in this is Asian, and the main character in Black Widow is a woman. They did the same thing with Captain Marvel, trying to claim they were going woke and they were going to go broke. Then Captain Marvel did super well. They said the same thing about Black Panther because the main character is black, that it was going to fail because they were going woke. Then it did extremely well. Like, they do this every time. They just hate non-white people and women. I want to make that very, very clear, okay? They hate non-white people and women. It's as simple as that.
We just got a report, an actual report, that Shang-Chi is expected to have the worst opening weekend ever for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is...
If I were to guess, it would be for the same reason that they predicted that for Black Widow, and it would be that we are in a pandemic. And Shang-Chi, unlike Black Widow, will only be available in theaters, from my understanding. I looked into it because, obviously, I want to watch Shang-Chi, and it'll only be available in theaters for some time, and eventually it'll come out on Disney+. But Black Widow is available on Disney+ and in theaters, and right now with the Delta variant freaking out and everything, a lot of people just aren't going to movie theaters.
The Marvel Universe was in a healthy place, and people were actually being excited about it, then these films should be doing very, very well. Obviously...
I'm sorry. Guys, am I the only one here that was like, every time a new episode of WandaVision or Captain Falcon the Winter Soldier or Loki came out, that saw that the entire trending page on Twitter was talking about the new episode that was coming out? Like, every single new Marvel property that's come out since Endgame has blown up. Why are these people trying to convince their audiences that the MCU is dead? Like, do you think Disney would still be putting all this money into making these movies if they were failures that no one cared about?
Obviously not on the level of Endgame, because I don't think any film is going to be on the level of Endgame for a very, very long time. But these films should be healthy. They should be doing well. They should be performing well in the box office. But as we see with Black Widow and now with Shang-Chi, it looks like that is not going to be the case. It seems like people are not very hyped about these movies. They just aren't. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Marvel continues to tell us time and time again and push time and time again for these ridiculous woke agendas with their movies. I mean, that's pretty much all that they continue to focus on.
Wait. Hey, chat. Let's watch... Hold on. Let's watch the new trailer for Shang-Chi, okay? Let's watch the new trailer for Shang-Chi and see the woke, like, the woke shit in it, okay? Let's see the woke agenda in this trailer, okay?
Glad I was right.
I'm not seeing anything woke yet.
He's just a criminal who murders people. Be careful how you speak to me, boy.
She's a woman, that's pretty woke.
I thought I could change my name.
Are you starting to pick up what I'm putting down, chat? Are you starting to understand the point that I'm getting at here? It's literally that the main characters are Asian, and so that's woke. The only woke thing about this movie is that the characters aren't white. That's what they consider woke. Never get it twisted, okay? I want to make it very clear. These people are just seething angry about these movies not having all white people in them, okay? Or God forbid, having a non-white or female lead. That's all they care about. They get super fucking mad about it. That's all it is, okay?
There was a time when Marvel was focusing on the things that actually mattered, like, you know, story and character, and giving us those characters that we love in the comics, giving those characters to us on the big screen. Those were the things that Marvel used to focus on, giving us fun stories, fun, engaging characters, and characters that we actually liked and cared about. But it doesn't seem like Marvel is really in the business of doing that anymore. It started with Captain Marvel, and it has continued ever since then. And it's a shame to watch, because this is a universe that many, many people have grown to love, and now they are...
Like, for this guy, the second he sees, like, a woman or a non-white main character in one of these movies, he immediately thinks, oh my god, this movie's gonna suck shit. What am I supposed to do with this? This shit's pathetic.
Sad. It's really sad. So, Marvel Studios and Disney's upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings starring Simu Liu and Awkwafina is expected to have the worst opening weekend ever for the MCU. Box office tracking website Box Office Pro predicted earlier this month that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is only expected to have an opening weekend between 35 million and 55 million.
Oh damn, whatever will
If this
Disney
prediction
do?
holds, Shang-Chi will have the worst opening weekend in the Marvel Cinematic Universe ever. The current holder of that title is Universal's The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton and Liv Tyler, that was released back in 2008. The Incredible Hulk had
sucked.
an opening weekend of 55.4 million. However, if you factor in inflation, that opening weekend box office would be 70 million in 2021 dollars. So, you know, not terrible, right? Not only is Shang-Chi predicted to have the worst opening weekend in Marvel Cinematic Universe history, but it's predicted to be the worst performing MCU film at the domestic box office.
Wait, can we actually, like, fact check this really quick to see if this is true? Shang-Chi box office. Isn't it, like, months from coming out or something? I think... Okay, so here's a website covering it. I don't know if it's the same one. Let's see this. Even though the numbers of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings do not look bad, when compared, it will take the bottom place from 2008's The Incredible Hulk. The movie generated only $55.4 million during its opening weekend. However, if inflation is kept in mind, blah, 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 $70 million, okay. When it is also predicted that the overall domestic revenue that the film will generate will be between $100 million and $165 million during its theatrical run. These predictions might come true, considering that the fans are not familiar with the new character character. Shang-Chi also does not have the selling point of an Avengers movie or any recurring superhero. On top of that, the pandemic plays an important role in the release too. Unlike the rest of the films released during COVID-19, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be released exclusively in theaters. According to Marvel CEOs Kevin Feige, this will be a test for the future films made by the studio. So they're literally testing to see how during a pandemic, releasing a movie exclusively in theaters will do during the pandemic. Meanwhile, this is a brand new character that not a lot of Marvel fans are as aware of. And on top of that, there's no, like, as far as we know, no big time already loved characters going to already be in it. It's just going to be a solo origin story movie. Yeah. It's not that the movie is woke. It's COVID and that it's a new character that people aren't very aware of yet.
Is for its entire run in theaters. Box Office Pro predicts the film will earn between 100 million and 165 million. Looking at the top end, if Shang-Chi earns...
I wonder if he's going to read this paragraph here. Do you think he'll read this paragraph and say, nah, it's bullshit, it's because it's woke? Here. According to the University of Minnesota's Carlson School of Management COVID-19 Hospitalization Project, hospitalizations have increased in August, the latest data from August 29th, showing a total of 93,883 people hospitalized due to COVID-19. The highest total of people hospitalized was on January 8th, 2021. Do you think he's going to read that the website that he's quoting, Box Office Pro or whatever it is saying you have to factor in the rise in severe virus cases and hospitalizations among the unvaccinated population?
Earned 165 million. The only film it would be The Incredible Hulk, which grossed 134.8 million at the domestic box office. Holy guacamole. However, if you factor in inflation, it gets handily beaten, as The Incredible Hulk's gross in today's dollars would be 170.9 million. That is honestly
he gonna read it?
Pathetic. It's just
Is he gonna read it?
It really is. Now, of course, like I said, I think a lot of the woke type of nonsense is
he's not gonna read it,
factoring into some of this stuff. But at the same time, obviously, we live in a crazy world right now where people are easily being, swayed or are, afraid or whatever else by other influences that are happening out there, having to do with, certain things that are going on in the world right now.
This is the guy who says the beer bug. I remember this guy. I can't remember his name right now because he's such a footnote in regards to, like, content creators I've responded to. This is the guy who says instead of COVID, the beer bug. So for those of you guys that don't understand why he's not just saying COVID and why he's stumbling over his words and trying to, like, stitch together some amalgamation, an abomination of a sentence here to kind of get the idea across that maybe COVID will play a part, is because mentioning COVID-19, mentioning the coronavirus, immediately lowers your likelihood of getting monetized. Yeah, his name is Josiah Rises. It immediately lowers your chances of getting monetized on YouTube. You're way more likely to get the yellow dollar sign if you even say the word COVID because the algorithm... Notice, chat, I'm not a fucking grifting hack. I'll swear in the first 30 seconds of my YouTube video, which is a big no-no, because the first and last 30 seconds of a YouTube video are the most, scanned part of a video by YouTube. That's where they look for most of the things, like, are we going to demonetize this video? You're not supposed to swear in the first 30 seconds. I fucking do. I don't give a shit if the video gets demonetized or not, because I actually care about having some amount of credibility, not being a fucking grifter, but all these people care about is money. All these people do when they make these videos is try to regurgitate the same talking points their audience already agrees with. They want to hear about how brown people are bad and women are bad and we need to get them out of the fucking movies. They're ruining our movies, these fucking women and non-white people. They want to hear these same content creators just keep regurgitating the same shit over and over and over again. Meanwhile, these content creators know they've got a fairly reliable, steady stream of income coming in from these people.
And obviously that can factor into some of this type of stuff as well. So, that could be another reason why people aren't showing up to the theaters. That is a very high possibility as well.
Do you think?
So, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy, the world that we are living in right now, where, a Marvel movie is going to be performing in 2021 as possibly the worst performing MCU movie in the opening weekend ever in the box office history for this franchise, which is absolutely crazy to me. Now, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I hear that the movie is actually going to be pretty decent as far as Shang-Chi goes. We'll have to wait and see as it comes out this weekend. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go see it, and Mike and I are going to do a review for you guys, so make sure that you guys are looking forward to that. We will hopefully be doing it in the opening weekend. Actually, we will. On opening night, Thursday night, we will have a review out for you guys. So, but with all of that being said, I don't know what to expect about this movie. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know if I'm not going to. I don't know. And honestly, I just don't really care. I'm not really excited about this movie. I don't.
Dude, this is exactly the shit the quartering does. I don't care. I really don't care. I promise you, I do not care. Can we get like a clip of that? Hold on. But I saw this on Twitter once. It was like a clip show of the quartering saying, I promise you I really don't care, while like making 10 response videos to the same topic. And then at like during each one of them saying he doesn't care, and like really trying to make it seem like he doesn't care, even though he's making all these videos about it. Can't wait for the quartering saying the N-word compilation. That would be funny.
Feel anything for the MCU anymore, because I see what is happening. I see what is coming on the horizon more and more with this franchise. They're going to Star Wars this franchise. They're going to continue to push for the wrong things in these Marvel movies. They already are.
Like, he just doesn't like brown people and women. That's all it is. Gay people, brown people, women, they don't like them. They don't like them. That's all it is. You're super pissed off because there's brown people, women, and gay people in movies. And it just hurts you to the core.
In the marketing,
and
in
Asian
the promotion
people?
For a lot of these films, they're focusing on the wrong things. They're focusing on the things that really don't matter when it comes to story and telling good stories. But that is what Marvel is obsessed with right now. That is what they're going to continue to push. And whenever a franchise does that, I lose my excitement for it. I lose my interest in it. The same thing is happening with Lord of the Rings as well. It is why I don't give a crap about the Lord of the Rings franchise that is coming from Amazon Prime.
This is the thing that frustrates me about the people talking about the Lord of the Rings series coming to Amazon Prime or whatever, is that they keep calling it Lord of the Rings when it's not Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the story of the War of the Ring, the time from which Frodo obtains the One Ring and then destroys it. That is the story of the Lord of the Rings, just like the time before that is known as The Hobbit. They take place in the same world, as will this Amazon show, only it's going to take place way before, but people just keep calling it the Lord of the Rings show because Lord of the Rings is a name with a lot of, like, power behind it, you know? A lot of people are aware of that. Yeah, and apparently people think it's going to be, like, super woke because it's being made nowadays or something. Like, people really do need to stop getting their panties in such a huge bunch over there being, like, anyone who isn't white or a man in movies. Like, it really is, like, embarrassing to be so mad about this shit.
Or Amazon Studios, I should say. This is something that I used to be excited about. I used to be excited about this Lord of the Rings series that was going to be coming. I thought that Amazon was the right studio for the job. And I think they could have been if they actually focused on the right things, if they actually had an interest in honoring Tolkien's legacy and honoring his vision, but I don't think they have any interest in that.
Xander Hall, wait, I just realized he doesn't think you can make good movies about minorities. Like, that is the origin point of the idea. Yes, I want to make it very clear here. These people do not believe it is possible to have a good story about minorities. And the reason for that is they think minorities are lesser than them. They don't think that minorities are capable of having a good story. Only white people, like white men, are allowed to have good stories in these people's eyes. Anything else is woke SJW bait
whatsoever at this point. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about this news coming from Shang-Chi and about this movie and everything else? Does this surprise you? Does it not surprise you? Are you excited for Shang-Chi? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you later.
Well, I'm not that excited about Shang-Chi. If I was, then I'd be going to a movie theater during COVID to watch it. But instead, I'm going to watch it on Disney Plus when it comes out there and, have a big old watch party in my Discord server, which you should join, by the way. And then I'll give my thoughts on it, Anyway, hey, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon if you haven't already. And of course, my social media can be found down below, where you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and you can join my fan Discord, where, like I said before, when Shang-Chi comes to Disney Plus, I'll be doing a big watch party of it. I'll be screen sharing the movie, and we'll, all watch together in VC. So that'll be fun. Make sure to join the Discord server if you want to do that. It's completely free. And of course, if you want to support me financially, you can donate, subscribe, gift subs on my website, on YouTube, or on Twitch, or through Streamlabs or Patreon. All the links, like I said, all down below. And finally, if you watched this far into the video, I want you to prove it by commenting what your favorite animal is. What is your favorite animal? Comment down below, and if we have the same favorite animal, I'll heart the comment, Nice little thing. Go do that. Do that if you've watched this far. I have yet to see anybody comment any of the questions that I put down, so I don't think people are watching this far into the video, unfortunately. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.